everybody, this is Anna, also known as Anna Knitter on Ravelry and Annalena Knitter on Instagram. You can find me on annaknitter.com as well. It's a regular podcast episode again this week, and I have lots to talk about. Very exciting things to talk about. So I will talk about finished objects, works in progress, very exciting shop news, my knitting plans, and maybe a little bit of random chatter. Okay, let's start with finished objects. This week I only have one finished object. I posted it on Instagram, and I think I haven't received so many likes in a long time for a simple pair of socks. This is my finished object for the week. It's very happy, springy green yarn by Opal. Needless to say, I'm a very big fan of Opal yarns. It is a yarn from my Opal subscription, so I'm very sorry you can't buy it at the moment. But maybe it will be part of a collection, and if they decide to put it into a collection and produce it for everyone, I will try to buy the collection to sell this yarn in my shop, because I really love this yarn. It is so much fun. I'm not a fan of green, not at all, but Opal produces many pretty green colors lately. I will show you another Opal yarn in green as well, also from the subscription. Okay, what can I tell you about this sock? It has, as always, a 2x2 ribbing, 64 stitches because of the pattern. It is written for 64 stitches. Maybe I could have winged it, but I'm not sure. So to adjust it, because Opal is a little... With Opal yarn I don't need so many stitches usually, so sometimes I need 60 stitches, but 64 is okay for me as well. The pattern is called Surprise. It is unfortunately a Ravelry only pattern. I have written with the lady. Maybe I can convince her to offer the yarn, the pattern somewhere else as well, because it is a free pattern. Because many of you, I know many of you aren't on Ravelry anymore, and it's sad that you can't get this pattern. It's a very simple pattern, but effective, as you can see. It's only knit in pearls, and it's a great pattern for busy yarn. I mean, you see, this is enough pattern for a sock already. The yarn makes everything for you. But knitting vanilla socks only, especially for me, I'm knitting a lot of socks. I'm constantly knitting socks. It's getting boring only to knit vanillas. I did my slip stitch heel, flap and gusset, and the German toe you can always find in my patterns. The German Bandspitze. This pair of socks was part of the Musterschlacht of the Opal subscription recipients. There is a Ravelry group, a German one, a German Ravelry group, and they always host for every shipment, which arrives 4 times a year, they make a knit along. So we have to vote for one of the 6 balls out of the shipment. So say they pre-select 3, and from these 3 we have to decide which one we all have to knit, and everyone has to knit a different pattern. And it's very strict, so it starts, the pattern announcements start this time 1st of January, I think, at 12 o'clock a.m. And then I think there were 7 days or so for everyone to announce a pattern. And as I told you, every pattern is only allowed once, because it's the pattern battle, Musterschlacht. And then I think it was before, but it doesn't matter. So maybe the last week in December, announcement, 1st of January, we all started to knit this, and then you have enough time, 3 months, to finish this pair. And there is no price or anything, it's just for the fun, and it's always very, very fascinating how different yarns behave with different patterns. I love that group, and I love that knit along every time when it happens. The next Opal shipment should be here in about 2 weeks, a good week, 1.5 weeks, and then it will happen again. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so this is the sock. My only finished object. Now we come to works in progress. I will take the first bag I see and I can grab. I have started to knit a pair of socks. Okay, I told you, I think, that I wrapped 12 yarns. I wrote the numbers 1 to 12 on each wrapped yarn, and every month I will roll the dice to see which package I have to open next and knit next. And that was my February, to be honest, my February pick. So it is Peyton's Croy. That's my method, how I want to try to knit stash. It's Peyton's Croy. I have received this from Amy from Noble Character Crafts, and the colorway is called 70s Stripes. And I am knitting, I would say it's called a broken rib. That's my sock. I think when I last showed you, I was here. Here is a Progress Keeper. From Fondant Fibers. I think she isn't in business anymore. And if you see mistakes, you can keep them, okay? I know I did mistakes. That is... Wait a second, I wrote it down. 1 round knit for purl 1, and in the next round only knitting. Yeah. What can I say? Oh yeah, and the heel, I'm at the heel right now. I'm knitting the heel out of a leftover from Lana Grossa Cashmere Meilenweit. I'm not the biggest fan of this yarn, I have to say now. In the beginning, I loved it, but if it's not a hard wearing yarn. But for whatever reason, it's okay if you only knit a part of a sock in that, even if it's the heel. I have knit out of this exact yarn a whole pair of socks for Tom, my fiance, and it felted and shrinked, and you can wear it, but it's not so pretty. Yeah. So here is the sock again. Oh, I have cast on 60 stitches because Peyton's Croy is very thick, and I'm using 2.5mm needles, but you could knit this with 3mm as well, and maybe then take even fewer stitches, in my opinion. Yeah, this is my during meetings knit, or during socializing in general, and I have it in my bag I received from Julie for Christmas with the tiny cute Benny. I love this bag. My next work in progress is my Cozy Memories blanket. I talked about it in detail in my last video from last week. Is it from last week? Beginning of the week, I think. Today is Friday, just so you know. Friday the... Wait. I don't know. I don't know. This is how far I am with my green block on my Cozy Memories. I was meant to knit this in February, but because of test knitting my own design, there was no time for knitting this. If you want to know more about my Cozy Memories, there is the blanket talk video from February, and I tell you everything and give you close-ups of the squares and so on. it was very nice to read the comments under the last video, so the blanket talk video, because obviously there are many other people who love making and seeing blankets as well, and I appreciate that. My next blanket I haven't worked on, did I? Well, yeah, I worked on it. If you only watched the last podcast and no other videos. But I show you. That is my other memories blanket. And do I have still the... No. I have added, I think, 3 squares or so. And I have decided I will only use opal yarns. I let you vote. I was asking you, should I keep it opal only or not? And you said, yes, do it. So I had to solve the problem that I don't have so many opal leftovers. I have many new opal skeins, but I don't want to start the skein because you never know what you want to knit. Maybe you don't want to knit a sock, you want to knit a hat or so, and then you need more yardage. And then you have stolen already something for your blanket. So, to keep this opal, I started, so I asked on Ravelry in the different opal groups and threads who would swap with me. I would swap opal minis or opal leftovers for all the different leftovers I have, merino and silk and whatever, or other sock yarns. And I have received as a gift this bag. She didn't even want to swap. She said, no, I have already 6 blankets, you can have it, have fun with it. I am excited to see your blanket growing. And I have put in this one opal minis which I bought myself. So I will show you. This one. This one. And, 2. This one. This looks very similar to this one. Only in different colors. And the last one. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, and the other ones I really have received as a present. I love opal minis. There will be opal minis in my shop today, so keep an eye out. That is my works. That were my works in progress. I'm sorry, I am recording this in my lunch break and I have to hurry a little bit because it's weekend, so Friday, and when we finish work I won't have the living room for myself, and now Tommy is preparing lunch for us and I'm recording this quickly. Now we come. Yeah, now I want to talk. I want to show you very exciting news and knitting plans. I have a pile of yarn and patterns here. I want to show you. I told you today I will update my shop with opal minis. I offer sets of 10 opal minis, all different minis, in my shop for 25 euro. I can't tell you what it costs in your currency because VAT is different and the currency change and so on is different. Yeah, I love opal minis. So I have a few bags for you. You can purchase in my shop today. And I have something for pre-order and I'm so excited about it. I will offer Christmas in July advent calendars, so filled with opal minis. I will show you how in advent calendar when you order it, how it will look. I have prepared one to show you. Okay, here's the parcel. I will give you 24 separately wrapped Opal minis in boxes like these. They will have a number, a Bible quote in the back, and then there will be an Opal mini inside. And for the 25th day, you will receive a whole Opal skein, a surprise skein. They might be different in every parcel, and the Opal minis will be different in every parcel. So not everyone will receive the same mini on December 1st. Maybe you will receive a certain mini on December 1st, and another person who bought another calendar will receive it on December 6th, or not at all, because she has other colors, for example. Yeah. That would be what you get when you pre-order the Advent calendar. I will have a few pre-orders in stock for, I would say, 1.5 months. Then I have to close the pre-orders, because then I have to get the Opal minis so I can ship the Advent calendars on June 1st. So I will definitely have the pre-orders. I'm looking at my planner, I'm sorry. I will definitely have the pre-orders open through the whole month of March and maybe a little bit in April. And then I have to close it and prepare everything for you, because it's also the year of my wedding. And I don't want to pack calendars during my honeymoon. So I will prepare everything and then ship it out to you on June 1st. So these will be available for pre-order from today on. Yeah, that was something I definitely wanted to tell you. And now we come to knitting plans. I am so inspired and so excited. You know, it's crazy. I'm so happy. I have met virtually new knitting buddies, so to say, and that is such a loving community, and that is so, everything is so nice, and everyone is so nice, and it's not about politics, and it's only about knitting, and it's lovely. It's lovely. And even if we are not the same opinion, who cares? You know, we respect each other, and everyone has the right to have another opinion on certain topics. And that's why I'm so inspired and so happy. I'm walking through the flat. I awake in the morning, I go to bed with a smile on my face, and I haven't had that for a long time. I don't know, maybe because of all the craziness in the world is happening. Part of my inspiration comes from the Blocked magazine. It is a new free knitting magazine. I can link it in the description box below. And it's part of my knitting plans. They have so it's a new magazine. So we will see how it develops. But in some of their issues, so at least in the half of the issues, I think there are 8 per year. And in at least 4 issues are patterns. And there is I don't know how I'd call it. Maybe it's kind of a mystery knit along. It's called Dissidence and Sequoias. I don't know how to pronounce it because it's a made-up word. I printed it out because I can't read so well on screens. And it is a dishy in every issue, or maybe only in every pattern issue. And it has always a mystery picture in it. I guess the frame will always be the same with the pearl stitches, you know, like a normal dishy or face cloth. And then you don't have a chart, you have written instructions, so you have no clue what you knit. It's very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. So I have already 2 because the second issue is out already since the beginning of March. Do we have March? Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah. So I have 2 dishes to knit, and I have selected this yarn here. and the leftover, and I have other colors, also pastel and white colors, so they will match. I will definitely cast them on this weekend. I have dancing lessons tonight. I think immediately after the dancing lessons I will cast them on, because it's always nice to have a little project with a little bit of interest. So it's interesting but not difficult, and it's exciting because you don't know what you will knit. I love that. I love that. That is amazing. The next plan. Oh, this is so exciting. I have an idea for a next sock pattern. It won't be a mystery knit along, so I will design. So I have the design in my head already. I have to knit it, and I want to publish it in April. So wish me luck that I stay focused on that design. So you will have a new sock pattern in my Etsy shop in April. And I told about the pretty greens Opal is making lately. I will knit the sample in this green out of the subscription. I'm not completely sure, but I think it's already part of a collection. Don't quote me on that, but I think I saw a similar green or a similar dye pattern or whatever in some of the collections. But I was browsing through so many Opal collections because I ordered 2 collections for my shop. They will arrive next week. That I can't, how do you say this in English? Ich kann sie nicht mehr voneinander unterscheiden. I can't say anymore if which color belongs to which collection. Okay. German word of the day: verwirrt. I'm confused, so I'm confused which one belongs to which collection. Verwirrt, confused. And I have another design on my mind already, but this will come out in November, probably. Yeah, I'm already planning for November. And I will knit this with my 6-ply yarn, because I want this to be a very squishy sock. That's what I can tell you already. And it will be a free pattern. This will be a paid for pattern. This will be a free pattern. I will talk about this more after I have cleared? No. I have decided for some details. This is my 6-ply sock yarn with Stalina. 150 gram, because it is 6-ply, so you need more yardage to make a sock. Same price in my shop as 100 gram. The colorway is called Boy or Girl, because I think this looks so cozy and will be the perfect colorway for the sock I have in my mind. And I love sparkle. I love it so much. And I think I will cast this on this weekend as well. This will be such a knitting weekend. This maybe next weekend, this weekend, just because I can't wait to put the pattern into action, so to say. And for the nearer future, I have received a lovely yarn from my lovely friend Kathleen. This is so lovely and my favorite colors. I love colorful yarns as well, but I love natural tones. And I will insert a photo here if I find it. There is a cowl which is triangular shaped. I saw at Ollie and Bella's podcast. She knitted it lately. And I found this so pretty, and this should be, 2 skeins should be enough for this cowl. It is Chelsea Lux hand-dyed, refined local yarn. Red Bank NJ, this is New Jersey, I think. EST 2012. 100% superwash merino, 106 yards, US 10 to 11 needle. Hand wash. Cool water, lay flat to dry. Oh, so pretty. It is so pretty. She has very lovely yarns. I have received this, as I told you, as a gift. I feel so inspired and I love it. I'm such a happy girl lately. I can't tell you. So many things make me happy. In my main job, the projects are going so well and we gain so many members, and many young people are so motivated to do something for the pro-life organization. It is so lovely. Many women have decided to get their babies. Amazing. It is so lovely to hear that. My shop is doing well, and it's so fulfilling. I love that. I love to do that. I work so many hours in the day because I do this next to my main job, but I don't feel the work. I mean, I'm exhausted when I go to bed, but you know, I got up today at 5:30, and I worked for my shop like up to 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I directly worked for my main job. And you know, so I'm already working many hours today, and I will work the whole day, I think, today, up to my dance lessons. But it's fun, and I like to do that. It is so much fun. I had a phone call with the Opel yarn supplier today. He was so friendly, and the customer service is excellent. It is so much fun. Writing patterns is so much fun. Dyeing yarns is so much fun. Oh my gosh, and I need this happiness because you know what's going on in the world right now, and there are so many people suffering, and when I see them suffer, it what it's called, it drags me, herunterziehen, we say in German. It pulls you down, it drags you down, and then you need something to look forward to. You need something that makes you happy, and so you can keep the balance for your to stay emotional stable, and not insane, to stay sane, mentally sane. Speaking of troubles in the world, everything I earn this month, so every income I have, so from my main job, from my Etsy shop, and sometimes I'm writing articles for a weekly newspaper, everything I earn this month, 10% of it, I will donate to the Deutsches Rotes Kreuz, German Red Cross, for the help for Ukrainian people. Is that the right way to say that? Yeah, so help for Ukraine. So if you were thinking, oh, maybe I will buy Opel yarn. Oh no, I will do it next month. If you want to donate, so if you want me to donate 10% of your order to the German Red Cross, order this month. Because I will do this quite regularly now. I will pick certain month for certain good causes. I definitely will do this also for our organization, so that the pregnant women in need get the money. But because of the political situation this month, it will all be for Ukraine. Yeah. Is there anything else? No. I am happy that you are here with me, and I'm very grateful for all your comments and for your orders and emails and messages and Telegram messages, and for all people who participate in our self-care knit along that starts today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are amazing. You are making my day, my week, my month, and my life. Thank you very much. I am happy to have you around. I'm wishing you a lovely knitting and crafting week. We will see each other soon. Happy knitting. Bye bye.